Okay, good morning today.
Good morning. How
Good
are you?
afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yes, yes.
We are interviewing YOSSI Newman. He is also a singer and a choir leader for the Yeshiva Boys Choir. And we're going to start off by playing a song.
Doesn't matter who we are, shine just God. So let's shine bright, with as one light. God is loves us the same, counts us by name. Showing families don't think of let's do one go, one thing, all we need to around the same. Forget your minds on touch, goodbye, On you, I shine my on the all you have will never divide. This is our destiny. Our song and family, don't think of one. Let's do our part. One go, one thing, life. And all we need is around the destiny. Don't pass on touch, goodbye, no tear. Our summer families don't think of long. Let's do our part. One go, one thing,
Okay. Um, where do you grow up and where do you live now?
So I grew up in Flatbush on East 19th on the dead end. I now live in Clifton, New Jersey.
Oh, Lakewood.
Clifton. It's about an hour from Lakewood.
Oh,
I live closer to the American Dream area.
What?
Closer to like American Dream. Have you been to American Dream or MetLife Stadium?
No.
Okay. So I live in that area.
Where did you go for elementary school and for high school?
So elementary, I went to Chaim Berlin. And for 9th through 12th grade, I went to Telz Yeshiva in Cleveland.
In Queens. Oh. Did you go to base medrash or did you go to college?
I went to Beis Medrash. I switched to Montreal Yeshiva, Yeshiva Gedel of Montreal for Beis Medrash. 3 years in Montreal.
You didn't go to college.
Did not go to college. No, I then went to Eretz Yisrael.
Oh. What did you do after base medrash?
I went to Eretz Yisrael where I went to Torah Ar, and I also learned in the Mir in Eretz Yisrael.
And what age did you start singing?
When I started getting into music when I was 14 years old. I got a keyboard from my uncle and aunt, and I decided to start playing around end of 8th grade. Going into 9th grade, I started playing keyboard.
Wow. How many albums do you have out now?
With the Yeshiva Boys Choir, we have around 7. And then I have my own songs, like what you just played. That's my own composition with a Yeshiva Boys Choir alumnus singing the vocals.
What do you have personally?
I have
How
around 12, 13 of my own songs out.
Oh,
We don't
no
do albums anymore. Albums is not really a thing anymore. Now you just put out songs, put out singles. Yeah, times have changed.
Yeah. What is your favorite song of all of your singles?
That's a great question, and it's very hard to answer because I have like, if we were like very close friends, you would say, wait, you have like 100 of your favorite songs, and I say that a lot. Oh, that's my favorite song. I would say I cannot answer that question, but I will say I love Dagim Ayin from Mordechai Ben David. I really enjoy Oid Yeshu from Mordechai Ben David. I love from Avram Fried. 10 to 15 songs of his are my favorite. So and then I love all of A.B. Romberg's songs. So like, where do I go? I would love to answer that question. I have about 100 answers. How's that for an answer? Could I give you 100 answers? I don't know if you could hear me, but you're frozen. Could you hear me?
Yossi,
Yeah, I'm here. Hey.
I am so sorry about that.
Good.
My internet was acting up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, you asked me what's my favorite song. I would say the 2 songs. I'm going to change the question a little bit because there are so many great songs. The 2 songs that I believe that changed Jewish music which I think is just great, great music today. The two songs are Dagim Inayin and David Melech from Yehuda. So even though I changed the question, I can't answer what my favorite song is. I have too many answers. But I think the two songs changed Jewish music. David Melech from Yehuda, because he was the first person, in my opinion, to go to techno, as well as Dagim Inayin. Just the music, the song, that's a Yossi Green composition, changed the music like
Wow.
very good way, which is, and again, music was always great, but that's my answer. Next question.
Next question is, what do you do when you are not performing?
So I do weddings and bar mitzvahs almost every single night. So quite often I'm just getting ready for the next job. And also, Baruch Hashem, I get a lot of phone calls. Halavai, all those phone calls turned into jobs, but there's a lot of prep. So, there's davening, there's learning, and then there's preparing for the next job and answering a lot of phone calls.
Who do you get inspired by to start singing?
I have a cousin who's an amazing piano player and just very into music. The whole family was very musical. My cousin's name is Rafi Honickman, and he played piano beautifully. And I was like, I want to do that, but I never could because I never tried. And then when I did try, I realized that I could.
Wow.
Yeah, like that.
Are you coming out with a new song?
Yes, I'm working on an Imash Kachech, and hopefully we'll be out within the next 3 weeks. I'm hoping it'll come out.
Wow.
Now it's not going to just be Imash Kachech. There's going to be there's going to be words in there as well. It's not just going to be Imash Kachech. It's going to be more to it.
Okay. At what age did you start performing live?
When I was 14 years old, my Rebbe, Rabban Hellman, came into my dormitory room and he said, "Oh, you're into music?" I said, "Sure." And I really was not ready to do a Hanukkah Mesiba, but he asked if I could do the Hanukkah Mesiba, and I said yes. And it took on way more than I could, but it ended up pushing me to work really hard, and I was ready for the Hanukkah Mesiba, and it was an amazing night. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 14 years old, 9th grade, Telz Yeshiva, Hanukkah Mesiba. That was my first job ever.
Wow. Who did you sing with and who did you perform with?
Oh, good question. Ooh. I believe I played with. Was it that job? I said I didn't. Benjamin Bornstein. Benjamin Bornstein. We played together that Hanukkah Mesiba. Then he was a much better keyboard player than me, and I realized that if I want to continue doing this, because I enjoyed him better, I switched over to drums. So by Purim, I played drums and he played keyboard, and we had someone else playing the trumpet. And one of the Bachram sang, I forgot who. I don't remember his name.
Wow. Where did you perform?
It was in the Telz Yeshiva dining room. Telz Yeshiva dining room.
No, where did you perform in your career?
We've been to Yeshiva Voice Choir has been to London. We've been to Panama. We've been to Center, but like probably 15, 20 times.
What about personal? Where did you go yourself?
To perform? Like
yeah.
I don't know. I performed. You want to like really like exotic places? Just Eretz Yisrael, London, but that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, but in Eretz Yisrael many times.
What kind what kind what kind of clientele do you service?
Ask the question again.
What kind of clientele do you
Oh,
service?
everywhere. Only from Jewish, I should say, only Jewish, but I all different types from all so many different types, but all Jewish. Yeah.
You only do Jewish people.
Yes. Hmm.
Um, how do you come up with your songs?
So great question. And if anybody out there wants to know how to compose, including yourself, just sing. And if it sounds original and sounds good, then it is. And if sometimes you're singing and it sounds like another song, probably sounds like another song. And if you sing it to people and people say, wow, that's really good, then you're onto something. And if they say, you gotta, even though I might think it was good and original, you gotta listen to what people are saying and hearing. And if enough people say, wow, I really like where you went with that, then I try to put out that song.
Wow. Um, do do you have any funny stories about traveling to a show or a wedding?
Sure.
Yourself personally.
So I would say I one time I showed up to a wedding and I showed up to Torah of the Year on 54th and Fort Hamilton. And I walk in and I start setting up for only 2 minutes. And the Baal Simcha says, hi, who are you? I say, YOSSI NEWMAN. I'm playing at the wedding tonight. And he's like, no, CM Schwartz is playing at the wedding tonight. So I said, no, it's impossible. Like the chassan literally told me this is the hall. I quickly call the chassan and I say, hey, I'm at Torah of the Year right now, and they say it's not your wedding. Where's your wedding? Like Torah of the Year. And I was like, can't be. He's like, hey, what's the name of this hall? And he goes, they say V'yael Maisha. Like, Torah of the Year, V'yael Maisha. It sounds the same. What's the difference? I was like about a 30-minute drive. So I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. And the husband was like, okay, whatever, you're ready whenever you're ready. Don't worry about it. It's my fault. So jump in the car. I throw everything back in the car. I quickly and the it took me record time to get to Via Maisha, and I was ready on time for the wedding. I had enough time to set up the entire wedding and be ready by the 6:30 start. But when the chassan told me, yeah, Via Maisha, Teravira, what's the difference? I that was like, yeah, that was an event.
A a red flag.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Um,
Next question.
before we move on, you also leader for the New York Boys Choir, right?
Yeshiva boys choir.
Your Shiva Boys Choir.
Yeah.
Um, do you want to maybe after we finish, I will talk to you after.
Oh,
Um, do you have any funny stories that happened to you by a showing wedding? Like what sing funny that happened to you while performing?
Um, I mean, I once tucked my jacket into my pants at a concert, and the whole place absolutely loved that. So yeah, I tucked my jacket into my pants at a past concert. So that was fun. That was something I definitely recommend everyone try.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. How about that?
Um, what words of inspiration do you have for the world?
For those of you who, especially today, if you love music and you want to put out songs and compose songs, just do it. Don't think I can't. Don't think it's too hard. And if you really, 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 really want to do it, Hashem will provide the money for it and put it in all the right places. You'd be surprised. I have a couple of friends where they're like, "Ah, this song will never go anywhere," and they never. Some of them never even made it onto an album, and yet we're still singing it 20 years later. So just put it out, let the world hear it. Don't hide your songs. You got songs, you compose them, put them out, let people hear it. I don't care if it's a demo of you on a keyboard in your living room or dining room. Just put it out there for the world to hear. Do not. You have songs and you think you can inspire people with your music, do it.
Wow. Thank you for letting me interview you and thank you for coming on. Let's talk after.
You got it. Have a great day. Thank you.